All right.
I don't know. I think you're kind of having to ban flexes between mid and top. It's hard to
get them anything else.
All right, so we finally we get the Maokai back here. Karma follows. Falls actually to red side because we're first picking Varus. No Varus Ashe this time around. We are blinding the Hui again, although we assume it's probably into
I think Gwen isn't that bad as well in the
the
thing is, if you pick Gwen here, the team
excuse me, Karma.
is a bit wonky.
Appreciate the offer. I still think it's white. Well, I'm sorry, man. You know, this is just it's just how it goes. I can't fix the problem for you because if I remove themes, oh, maybe I can do it. Maybe I should suck your balls. What do you think about that? Let me see if this messes up anything else.
What does Merwin have cooking up? It's gonna be something spicy, right? It is Merwin.
Yeah,
I mean, it kind of makes some of my other subreddits look bad, but I hear what you're saying.
I do want a little bit more of frontline presence.
Gwen, surely, with the Gwen Zinzao combination?
They could go for Gwen, Karma, Zinzao.
Degon's confused. Why are you confused, Degon? I'm capable of admitting when I'm wrong. Also, your wife wouldn't approve? You don't know what my wife is into. Okay. So we do have Ezreal Karma, not in lane, but strong combination. The Maokai is going to be on support. Interesting. The Gnar into Zac matchup. So this is my first time seeing this in quite some time.
Solid choice. It kind of provides a little bit of everything. It provides you flexibility later in the game, winning side, and also good teamfight power.
Okay, interesting draft for sure, and one of the more conservative picks I've seen Merwin on.
Yeah, the long range engage from Zac plus the backline threat and poke from Hui Varus is likely going to be good. Very good disengage for the backline here too, right? This composition, super strong primary engage with Zac and Vi, and also very strong peel with Chain of Corruption and Renata Glass Cult, right? So we're have to see some really good Maokai ults because Gnar's ult is obviously conditional on the engage. This is gated around Xin Zhao ult, and otherwise you're just kind of running at them. There's really not a lot of threat onto the back line of Humanoid and Noah. Right? There's really not a lot of threat. Unless Gnar is Mega, but if you're playing well around Mega Gnar, I don't think Humanoid and Noah, like, die. Of course, it's an interesting dynamic, you know? But yeah, to your point, this is what it looks like in dark mode. So I will try not to flash. I already changed YouTube to dark mode for you guys. It doesn't bother me because my pupils are already dilated because I have a bazillion lights aimed at my face right now so that I can look beautiful for you guys.
Oof, so they're going to have to 100% be on the same page if they want to repel this match point coming from Mad Lions Koi, because otherwise it's Elyoya and his gang of not rookies, if that's what they want to be called themselves, going up to the next round. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Shox. We are here for what could be the final game of the day. Mad Lions Koi versus Fnatic, taking it to the Rift. Mad Lions Koi 2-1 up.
Chris Edgeworth, thank you for resubscribing to Tier 1. I do not use Discord light mode. I'm not that much of a degen.
When we think back to the last time the organizations met in a best of 5, we did mention that
you appreciate the honesty. It's fine, cool Eng. I don't, trust me. My skin is so thick, it's like a knight's armor. From 10 years of being on the internet, you actually can't offend me. It's impossible.
These players, formerly of Movistar, they know what it was like. They were on that stage as well, falling just short to KC just the day before.
It's the light dilating your pupils and not the MDMA. I wish it was the MDMA. Not in Korea, my friend. Also, just not in general right now. Drugs have gotten too dangerous. There's too much fentanyl out there. You know what I mean? There's too much weird shit these days. Back in my day, drugs were what you were told they were. God only knows now.
Huge
I wouldn't
amount of
do them.
agency. Super.
He's pulled back. He has to cleanse. Straight up. Alvaro. Well, look for the Bramble Smash across the wall. In the end, Super takes about half his health and has to burn a summoner.
And if you are going to do something like that, guys, for the love of God, please get a testing kit. For real. For real. Shit's too fucked up these days.
Mind games.
Oh wow, doesn't actually throw it out. Oscar.
But he may have thrown it out when we moved away. We're building the tension for future queues in that bot lane.
Oscar Renan starting with the W. Doing
It's a cleanse.
What was Ezreal doing back there? Well, you see,
Fnatic here in the
Supa
early
is sometimes in very weird
incredibly low coming
locations.
in, but they certainly have delivered. Their second game on red side, the entire
And I do like that we see,
formerly of Movistar,
I mean, of course, because we can't actually see the start of the game.
falling just short to KC.
It is Jun's ward that is used, and he recalls for sweeper.
For success here in the LEC. Expectations incredibly low coming in, but they certainly have delivered. Their second game on red side, the entirety of playoffs. In their previous game, they got stomped on the red side. Let's see if things change this
Yeah, they
time.
were never what they were told. There just wasn't fentanyl. Yeah, maybe, but they're much more dangerous now than they used to be.
It gives Razork a huge amount of agency. Super.
He's pulled back. He has to cleanse. Straight up. Alvaro. Well, look for the Bramble Smash.
He was going for the tricky Q from the brush at the start of the game, guys.
So that ward doing Fnatic a lot of favors. Super gonna lose a little bit of his HP, but he's gonna throw a Q out. Will he hit?
He's committed to the Q tossing, guys.
Oh, wow, doesn't actually throw it out. Oscar.
But he may have thrown it out when we moved away. We're building the tension for future queues in that bot lane.
Oscar and trying to use the dark tech of Zac top lane that clapped him when he played against G2 at the start of the playoffs.
Unstable top lane with the unstable matter for Oscar. Obviously.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, well, Razor's gonna finish
Oh!
blue.
It's some Vi turd time, guys.
Razor's coming. Razor's at half HP.
Here we go.
Have the smash,
Here we go.
Razor respects it.
Vi equals turd.
Ward down.
That's of course that has smite. Does he want to bother using it though? Looks like no. Is he gonna go straight to wolves? Can't Elyoya just go and contest those wolves as well?
I think he can.
Of course he can. He's got smite still because he started Raptors. This is the classic red side jungler into Vi turd shutdown play.
He will back away from the wolves. Yoya pushes him off it. As Oscar
We need a Vi emote, a Vi turd emote. Yeah, for real.
So Elyoya, I mean, they had that early ward on red, which meant that they had a rough idea of where
Good night,
to
Cool
go.
Eng.
He knows that both in top and mid, his lanes
Looking
are
forward to
fire.
the next SI. Surely we won't just chain insult Adam for an entire show. We would never do that.
Red side invade that works out very nicely for Elyoya, getting a small
That's
lead,
probably not going to happen.
flash out from Razork. And if they then want to threaten a dive towards the bot side of the map, not having that flash makes it that much harder. So even though the goal difference not that significant, camps not that big of an advantage, they've kind of split the map up, and it's made it easy.
Surely we wouldn't do that after his very insensitive criticism about upset missing worlds. Surely we would never bring deep criticism to Adam for that.
MDK. Piscowie flashes forward, looking for the root. Humanoid locked up and shut out of the fight. Elyoya gets first blood, has to flash away himself.
Yeah, he's dead,
Razork
though.
on his way, though. Should be able to pick up this kill. Elyoya doesn't really have any way to get out. The Inspire across the wall. Elyoya jumps back in, and Razork takes him down.
Two flashes used, so no way to get out.
Humanoid's
Jun now here. Humanoid TP's back in.
Razork joins the fray. Humanoid coming in from the side, and
No Varus.
Fresco-
Varus isn't moving.
Meanwhile,
He'll get it eventually.
stunned up with the wallop. Almost taken.
Got no
Elyoya
flash. He's
not
dead. He's
enough.
dead.
But
He's dead.
Merlin and
Q.
Frescowie
All right.
will be felled.
VIQ not even needed.
Side of the map.
What?
Vision out from Oscar in it. He should be able to come back to life here. Moen tanks a tower shot, and we'll just be happy enough to get that Zac passive out early. Phosphorus takes him. Bud has to flash away himself. Razork on his way, though. Piscowie flashes forward, looking for the root. Humanoid locked up and shut out of.
So I don't know why Elyoya doesn't just leave via lane.
Gets first blood. 7 minions there.
Like, he knows that Vi is bot side because he literally chased Vi into this part of the map.
Humanoid still has flash.
So when he's flashing into bot side, he knows Vi is there because it's the only place Vi could be. I guess there's a possibility that Vi is up here, but you just don't take that risk, right? Because if you're Razork, you're thinking, okay, he pushed me out of this jungle. It's possible because this lane is pushed that he literally pathed up here. So if you path up here, you run a really big risk of just like running into them. Whereas, I mean, you leave this gank with 400 HP. And so it'd be really easy just to walk this back out from the turret. Because Frescovi doesn't have flash and he takes 0 turret shots. Very weird.
And Razork takes him down.
Into being a 1-for-1, but here comes Churn.
Humanoid CP back into the mid lane as well. The pull back onto Frescowi. Razork joins the fray. Humanoid coming in from the side, and Frescowi's on the wrong side of the rift. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Oscar Vinen stunned up with the wallop. Almost taken out. The auto not enough from Merwin and Frescowi.
They said they both die.
On the bottom side.
I mean, it was a good dive. I just don't get why they split.
He should be able to come back to life here. Merwin tanks a tower shot, and we'll just be happy enough to get that Zac passive out.
The minions were almost dead. No, they weren't. There were 2 minions left.
Oscar Vinen now has the health advantage.
Pretty sure there were 2 caster minions left. There's... Hold up. There's 5 when it starts. There's 1 dead. There's the second one dead. There's still 3 caster minions. Minimum 3 shots. I mean, Frescovi doesn't get hit by the turret, guys. And Karma can also tank the first shot. Like, guys, it's just a bad play. It's just a bad play. It was a good dive into a bad decision afterwards.
Humanoid coming in from the side, and Frescowi's on the wrong side of the rift. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Oscar Vinen stunned up with the wallop. Almost taken out. The auto not enough from Merwin, and Frescowi will be felled on the bottom side of the map. Zelda Vision out from Oscar Vinen. He should be able to come back to life here. Merwin tanks a tower shot, and we'll just be happy enough to get that Zac passive out early.
Tactical death. Oscar Vinen now has the health advantage. Noah's going to interrupt the back. But alright, so Fnatic actually find themselves with an early kill lead. Slight gold advantage as well. That dive, I think you can debate if it was worth it for MDK. They got the flash out from Humanoid, and there's an argument to be made that that alone was worth it, because then they could look for a repeat gank later.
Yeah, Frescovi also just didn't have to die, like, trying to walk into that jungle either. I mean, you know that even if you kill Humanoid, his death timer is almost nothing at this early into the game. He's going to be TPing back in instantaneously.
Is like as a player. We've already seen it this series. You give him, it's like old Moscow 5. You give him an inch and they'll take a mile. And he just loves to use his lead as much as he can. We'll see what he does with it though. All of the swords must be collected.
As you say, was 2 summoners burnt from Frescowi and Elioya. Both their flashes down. Merwin burnt his flash trying to kill Oscar in the top lane, which he did manage to do, but obviously Flubber able to come back with an extra life. Merwin still winning out pretty aggressively on these trades. Kind of to be expected in the Gnar versus Zac matchup as he jumps back in. Oscar trying to get to that cell division. He flashes on it, and look at the healing back for him.
Yikes, dude. Oscar's just getting bopped in this lane.
So you can see, without me really needing to say much, why this matchup is really miserable for the Zac. He just doesn't have the range to farm, and he has to walk into this type of range to be able to get CS. The reason why he's actually going to be ahead in CS is because Merwin has put so much focus onto trading that he actually lost a decent amount of farm as a result. So credit to Oscar. He's lost his flash, he's lost his passive, but he's weathering the storm about as best as he can. As the Dragon is started off by MDK, it looks like Razork is not in a position to contest. He's going to tick over to level 5 as first objective secure by MDK.
You can see Merwin working his way down from top lane to check the grubs, see if Razork was doing them on the other side of the map. They know he's
I mean, this is probably why they saved Gnar into R5 pick here. So get the top lane counter pick. He is doing a good job of farming, though, in spite of everything, right? And he's 6 now, so he's going to be a lot harder to dive at this point in time.
Towards MDK's tower, and so Razork is primarily here to cover. Help them get the push, and then go back to base.
That's exactly what he'll do, but Elioya uses the time after taking the Drake to his way across, but might just towards his blue instead.
Pressure's going to get you Void Grubs, though, so at least, you know, even if he doesn't have a lead in the lane in particular and is down 100 gold, they're going to be able to translate this into an objective.
Breakers away, still rooted, oh, not quite. Alvaro, though, the spiraling despair. It almost did enough. The auto won't quite take him out. He flashes just in time. The handshake back on Frescawi, though. And he is pretty much done for. The spiraling despair.
How do we keep getting caught out here?
The auto won't quite take him out. He flashes just in time. The handshake back on Frescawi, though. Still rooted, oh, not.
Oh, because they're actually playing aggressively here? They're actually playing aggressively while they're losing the 1v1 in mid lane. So Alvaro's getting pushed out. Meanwhile, Jun able to flash handshake in. And Nar splits off into the top side.
He is pretty much done for. MDK will get the grubs, but Oscarinin will take the kill.
Very close stuff there for Alvaro. Fnatic finding themselves another kill, but it is MDK that leads.
I am super surprised Fnatic loses this game, guys.
Another plate goes down.
Like, having this lead, not, having a gold lead in top lane, and the very low threat onto the back line of Fnatic, how did they lose this?
Another plate even secured for Humanoid. Of course, he has the advantage that he just backed earlier upon returning to the map. No reason for him not to keep pushing.
Oh, it goes to game 5, yeah. So Fnatic does win. Yeah, it should be easy for them to win. They win, yes. You're right. I was getting super confused there. This feels like a pretty good snowball start for Fnatic. Feels really good.
Was in game 1 or game 2. Merwin can keep this wave around here though. And Oscarinin, respecting the fact there might be a jungler on the top side, is just going to let his lane be frozen.
Oh, secured by Razok. Nice little snipe there from his Q.
Jun's going to get caught out. Alvaro diving forward. True shot barrage coming out as well as Jun will forward at super.
Oh, secured by Razok. Nice little snipe there from his Q.
He doesn't have flash because he made the play earlier with the flash handshake. A little bit aggressive for a player without flash.
So, I mean, this counter pick not going as badly as it could have for Oscar. He's doing reasonably well for the time being. Bot lane is relatively even as well. Super.
I think it's more about the fact that you're almost certainly going to give up 6 grubs now.
You kind of look at this Fnatic composition.
For a mirror win.
This Zac and this Vi that want to dive in. And then you've got this Quay and Varus and Renata that kind of want to play more back. As things are very even for the time being. A very slight gold lead in favor of Mega now. I wonder if they can set up a play here.
Definitely items. Luden's companion now complete on Humanoid means that he'll start.
Okay, Void Grubs and Drake are responding at approximately the same time. Jun is 6. Alvaro's not 6. This is very crucial. Jun just gonna die though, so it doesn't matter. What the fuck?
MDK not the tankiest of teams either. Obviously, Crescent Guard.
He literally has no vision.
An absolute ton of damage there for Scowie helping out. Super takes the kill. Alvaro now on the flank as Noah flashes away and then cleanses away and dodges the wind, becomes lightning. Another good pick there from MDK. Jun on the receiving end of it for the second time.
That opens up the dragon.
Yeah, Karma Ezreal can't do shit to Fnatic in the late game. I agree, unique control. I mean, first off, they have no threat onto Fnatic's backline, and second off, they're just going to get dumpstered by Vi and Zac in the front line and do no damage. They just don't do damage.
Chain of corruption dodged as Super continues to put the damage down. Cease and desist not enough. Elioya, Crescent guards. Alvaro low as Humanoid.
I don't know why Humanoid's in the middle of this. It's alright, Jun's back. He still has ult. There it is. Oh, he almost kills Alvaro. Eventually uses cleanse.
Would have fallen to his autos. Razork dead. MDK get out without losing a man.
I think Humanoid tried to do too many things in that fight. The TP was good. It helped him regroup with the rest of his. And as he threw, okay, walk away with a kill. But the goal largely remains even.
As you could do.
Well, a big thing that could.
6% win rate compared to something like his Kai'Sa that has a 71% win rate, but still a champion he's very comfortable on.
So I guess nobody's going to take 6 Void Grubs. We just fought over the Drake and didn't get anything done because Jun decided that he needed to walk around next to the darkness. Curito VSM, I'm glad you enjoyed the power rankings. Thank you for the feedback. Most people just say, ugh, G2 should have been on there. Ugh, why did you put BLG #1 instead of T1?
Could be another difficult fight for Fnatic.
Ugh, why isn't NIP or IG on there?
Nice fear.
That's most of the feedback, by the way.
That is the EQ.
Grim Visage, or Visage, depending on how you pronounce it.
You know, I will say, even though Elyoya has been first to like every objective and getting all the Scuttle Crabs, Drazok's still ahead in farm. Just about. Credit to him, he does have that small.
Take away this blue buff. We'll spot Merwin. Bolt Breaker starting to charge up. Merwin was just trying to build up those Mega Gnar stacks, and he gets to half and then jumps across the wall.
Yes.
Giving a jump.
Andrew even enjoying the T1 fan comments this year. Yeah.
Make it harder for Humanoid to cross map for this tower.
I wish Cloud9 was on the list, man. Like, Cloud9 has the players to be on that list. That's the depressing part. Should Cloud9 be on that list, especially with how weak some of the Asian, like, 4th seeds, 5th seeds are looking? Yes, they absolutely could, but they actually just suck, apparently, so too bad.
They do everything I say, they're just like, no, Vedius.
MDK would go and say something like they won't fight 5v5.
Yeah, it would be a really bad idea for MDK to fight right
The
now.
fire crackling sound effect by 30%. I think we can do that.
They agree with that one.
So, yeah, very even game between these two teams. Only 500 gold in it right now. Humanoid is scaling up towards that second item, though. He's got a Haunting Guise. For Scowie's answering top. Malignant's complete on the Karma.
They just want to lock it in now.
Yeah.
You know, secure top 3, go up against BDS tomorrow. They've been in this position many a time before. A lot of these players to turn this game in their favor.
The longer this goes on, it just feels, I think, so good for Fnatic.
Fnatic is here to cover.
Oscarin jumping, and Elyoya able to dodge away from the severing bolt, but now with the Nature's Grasp coming out, Elyoya has to use the
Oh, big Renato.
Doing quite a lot of work. Elyoya dodging and dipping and weaving his way away from all of this damage. Merwin trying to get onto the backline, but can't quite get into Mega. Alvaro and Elyoya caught in the pit by Oscarin and Razork, and there's another. Oscarin takes the kill. Alvaro trying to escape. He'll be felled by Noah. Trying to get onto the backline.
Nice flash, Alvaro.
Alvaro and Elyoya caught in the pit by Oscarin and Razork, and there's another. Oscarin takes the kill. Alvaro trying to escape, but he'll be felled by Noah. And now it's a 5v3 flash forward. Jun unable to land the handshake. True Shot Barrage won't be enough to cull through those Fnatic players.
Well played fight from Fnatic. MDK was setting up for that top dive. They're going to try and unlock this tier 1.
Ezreal support carry, is that what's happening in LCK right now?
Immediate engage onto Elyoya. He then gets jumped on by Oscarin, who flashes over the wall to connect him with his Q onto Alvaro. But then the fight becomes a little bit divided as Noah is trying to keep Merwin entertained.
Yeah, guys, unfortunately after this, I am going to have to go watch the LCK games because I have the Monty and Wolf show tomorrow morning. So I promise you I will do Game 5 of this series tomorrow. I promise you I will stream Game 5 of this series tomorrow, but I just can't do it right now. Because if I miss these games, then I'm just not going to see them before I have to do my show in the morning with Wolf. So the only time I have to watch live games is Sunday nights, my time, for the last 2 LCK series.
They have control over the river. Fnatic have to fight their way in. A lot of poke on the side of MDK. But Fnatic don't care.
Am I live viewing the games? I don't have it set up right now, guys. I will say in the future, on Sundays, that might be an opportunity for me to do something. But I don't have my stream set up with timers and everything right now for live viewing, so I apologize about that. But if you guys want that, that's something we can do, maybe.
Of this flank. Here's the Mega.
Redemption down from Jun to heal himself back up. Merwin has the Mega. He dashes forward. Noah with the cleanse just in time, though. The Dragon down to 2,000. Razor's caught in the pit, so is Oscarin. But Oscarin still has the Cell Division. Noah's already killed off Alvaro, and Razor dashing back in. There's another.
Can I co-stream LCK? No, I don't have co-streaming privileges, and I will never have them, so. Because, you know, part of the thing about Maokai, though, support Maokai, is you just don't get a lot of levels in your ult ever, which feels pretty bad. And this is a pretty good fight overall because they actually have the Mega Gnar in this engagement. And he actually, oh my god, he gets the bailout, dude.
Lions just in time though. The Dragon down to 2,000. Razor's caught in the pit, so is Oscar Winning, but Oscar Winning still has the cell division.
June actually gets the bailout onto him right as he ults.
Back in. There's another as Mirwin falls. Oscar Winning brought back to life.
And he's gonna get his he's gonna be able to use his passive too. Oh my god. What a clutch bailout.
But Oscar Winning's on the chase. The elastic slingshot.
The bailout's so good actually.
MDK now on the wrong side of the rift. Now Super, very slippery in a situation like this. The Vault Breaker out almost kills Razzle. Can't quite find him for Scour.
Yeah, I mean it might make sense for me to do the live viewing if I'm already streaming and have viewers and I can just switch into it.
Not for long enough.
So we'll see if we can set that up.
As Mirwin rejoins the fray, Humanoid no mana, but has a flash and he'll use it to dash across towards that wall. The Grim Visage Fear just enough to keep Mirwin at bay.
Wow, what a crazy team fight. Fnatic won the initial fight. They also got the dragon. And it's crucial that that cleanse from Noah creates enough space between him and Mirwin. Then this backline, it looks disastrous for Fnatic as their front line is disappearing.
It's so, like, look at the timing on the bailout, though. Like, sure, if he dies here, then his passive procs, and maybe he gets the bailout afterwards. But there's still everybody who's alive for Mad. And so to get the bailout out before that, get huge amounts of healing, especially because he can pick up blobs, too, just allows him to absorb so much more damage. And then the people are dead now by the time that his passive procs. Dude, I didn't think about this interaction because we haven't seen a lot of Renata, Glask, and Zach, but that's like fucking disgusting, guys.
A few more skill shots connecting, and it could have been so much worse for MDK.
Like one more longsword for Super as well.
It's actually such a gross combo. I didn't even think about that, but watching it play now is nasty.
He just heals all that back up to buy him a little bit more time. MDK still get that kill down though. For a Scour, you highlighted in the fight, providing so much shielding, but the second he tries the ultimate, Humanoid shuts him down. And then we get the trade of flashes here from Humanoid and Mirwin. Nice
A little bit much there, Fnatic. Make me a little bit nervous.
The fight's on a knife edge. You can see if Super had an extra longsword, and they're doing.
That was the TP committed for. So even though what a close affair. There's a goal lead over him.
A fight, like you use the nature's grasp.
I think it feels super doomed, guys, at this point if you're Mad Lions, just because you're not going to get a better fight than that one. With, like, Mirwin in the Mega Gnar form, the positioning good, them playing into you.
One of your players has already been killed.
You know, if you ever have to play into them and we see Fnatic, like, dictating the terms of a fight and the timing around Mega Gnar, it's just going to be a disaster.
There's also this Zach problem. Zach. Whereas I think Noah with Renata by his
I think they actually just have to force Baron. I think that's what they do. I think they have to force Baron around Mega Gnar timing.
We'll see how things translate. Mirwin is pushing into. Why wouldn't you? The dragon has started. Even threaten a Baron. I think that's a little overzealous.
Now we are tower for Drake exchanged.
I don't think it is overzealous. I think you have to pressure Baron here.
It's a pretty straightforward cross map here.
I think you have to pressure Baron here. If you're Mad Lions, I think you have to do it. You can't do Baron fast because you have a fucking Karma Ezreal. Your Baron speed sucks, but you need to turn on that.
From Fnatic, they realize will Fnatic take 2 off MDK if they're going to make it 2-3.
But right now, they've got a hungry Mad Lions.
No, we can't just keep dicking around here. They haven't even cleared out pit, so they can't even fake doing the Baron right now. But you have Maokai saplings, you know? You have Maokai saplings. You have ways
Fnatic don't have a lot of information. They have a little bit.
to try and get good vision control.
I mean, that helps, yeah. I agree.
This ward is such a pain in the ass for them.
It was a vision to know that MDK haven't started off, and I wonder if MDK actually think they've cleared this out, and maybe have just missed it with the
Once they
sweeper.
kill this, they'll see it.
Yep, there we are. Oh, there was a ward there all along.
Bot lane, I see him. Mirwin
I do think this is the right call for Mad, though. They just have to be willing to start it.
But we're in a kind of a deadlock state.
Mirwin looks very uncomfortable on Gnar.
It would be on MDK to
I mean, he looked pretty good in lane.
force a fight, but they don't want to. And
Okay, so we just... Wait. We literally spent...
Importantly, hungry to claim
We literally spent
PS tomorrow.
from 25 minutes
it's in the eyes of Mad Lions.
Enough vision to there.
We're in a
We spent an entire minute getting vision control, guys,
it would be on MDK,
and then we just recall everybody and lose all our vision.
but they don't want to, and I totally understand that. There's no reason to right now. 3 items now finished.
What the fuck was the point of that?
He's where a lot of the gold lead is sitting on in favor of Fnatic, whereas Mirwin is where
What?
is sitting on for MDK. But I just find Humanoid a little scary.
Okay.
2024.
Do nothing and lose.
The Crippling obviously helping out his team. Game goes later. Crippling actually has that Zelda vision back to passive. Fnatic have invested quite a lot into healing in this game. Makes sense when you have the Zac Razork dashing forward. Redemption first item for Jun.
Nice poke coming out from Super. Really important that he connects this. I mean, both teams just kind of looking at each other right now. Oscar hesitant to go and catch top wave without his TP. Humanoid's forced to go and answer bot because of the TP and
Like, what do they even buy?
catches that wave. We're in it. And
He gets Spiro Shojin,
deadlock
okay,
8.
and a Kindle Gem
There's no reason
for Alvaro.
now.
Completing the spear is important.
Now,
I can agree with that. You know, Humanoid dashing forward. Redemption.
top wave available, but it's Scowy stays at 14.
And that difference is mirrored in the top lane. Mirwin already level 16. Oscar just Scowy. Oscar winning on that front line. Super across the wall now dashes forward. There's the redemption. Nature's Grasp being used as well as Humanoid invests the TP to make sure that his team is okay. MDK
Yeah, but they have nothing now. They have nothing. They have nothing. It's free.
Takeover finds him. And a beautiful engage from Fnatic. Elio with the crescent guard will be able to survive the bailout on Razork. Takes him out.
Okay, but super weird follow-up. Why? How did we lose this from Fnatic? Like, this is all really good because you have a ton of long-range damage that goes over walls. So this is all excellent, right? But Mirwin, they're not respecting Mirwin at all. He comes in with a full Narbar. He's able to TP right onto the minion wave. And they just need to walk away at this time, right? This is where the time where you walk away. You respect the Mega Gnar coming in. But they have no respect, so he just hits Mega. They're in a choke point. It's a nice flash ult. I guess Mirwin dies anyway. Looked a bit dicey there, but they pull it out.
Humanoid doing so much damage in that fight. I thought that Super had created enough space between himself and the rest of as they tried to chip that MDK could just turn and kill Razork. But that wasn't quite the case. The TP comes in a little late from Mirwin. We look at this engage as they tried to chip away at Oscar. The TP response from Humanoid. And then
Well, to be fair, the TP didn't come in late. They thought they had forced TP. I think what Matt's call was is that force TP and then back off because they were using the Maokai ult to disengage. And then Supa basically is caught farming minions. Instead of disengaging, he's farming minions. And he thinks he's far enough away, but he's able to flash, but Vi already is unstoppable on him. So he tries to pull this over the wall, but unfortunately Hostile Takeover is also there, and they have tons of damage coming in from Noah over the wall too, because they have vision.
means that they take out the Ezreal, and now Mirwin arrives. Really good kill onto Razork into a but then chip away at Oscar. The TP response from Humanoid, and then Super thinks, okay, I'm fine.
It's also crazy that he was actually in range of the Vi ult, because the Vi ult targets him.
Response from Humanoid, and then Super thinks, okay, I'm fine.
The Vi ult targets him before he E's. Because if he just gets over that wall, there's no vision, and Vi can't ult him.
Flash is over, but then look at this Renata ultimate. The damage early, but or the rest do. They did how much damage?
As well. Pulls it away, puts his
Oh my god, he stole it.
just getting mantra up so often with the malignance, with the fact when you hit your
Vi doesn't have smite.
as well, you get that cooldown.
66. Oh my god.
Threatening a
Elioya takes him down to about a third. Good knockback on Oscar in as he tried to jump across the wall. The Granville smash from Alvaro, keeping him at bay. Razork looking for the flank here. Cease and desist. Jumps forward, elastic slingshot from Oscar in, and he's down into the cell division. Bailout going wide. Oscar the first target for MDK, and they'll take it.
Nice snipe.
But Noah answers with a kill on the enemy jungler in
Play ultimate into Q combo from Ezreal and Khan. They'll make their way to.
Now this game just has to go super late. Soul point for Mad. I mean, such a lucky steal, honestly, for the Ezreal.
He got that earlier, or if he just got it now. But
I think he just completed that, Betty.
But that's more damage for Hui, by the way.
Severing Bolt wide. Noah chain
Noah,
corruption
whoa.
wide as well. He's stepping forward, and Alioya has to burn the flash to escape.
Jeez. Noah just walks into melee range of Alioya and says, yeah, you're running away from me. They can start the Baron off now. They know they have a huge health advantage over Alioya.
No blast cone as well for MDK to get into this pit. There's the TP from Oscar in, and Merwin's going to try and stop him. He gets there with the Gnar in time. Now Merwin needs to get away so he can TP in to join the fray. Razork flashes forward onto Super. Super dashes away. Hostile takeover finds Alioya, but it's not going to be enough. Razork having to dash, can TP in to join the fray. Razork flashes forward.
So Elyoya uses his ult just to knock Razork away. But it's a good ult from Renata. Poke damage huge. There's been a bunch of shenanigans in the bot lane about trying to cancel TPs. TP gets canceled. TP gets canceled by Oscar's ult. So when I say the shenanigans are happening, so Mega Gnar, watch this. Mega Gnar ults to cancel Zach's TP. Then he runs away and tries to TP himself. But there's a Zach jump into Zach ult. Merwin literally flashes over Krug wall to try and get away to TP. And then Zach is able to flash in. Zach is able to... He flashes over to Krugs, realizes that Mirwin flash jukes him. And then he gets there just in time to start his ult to stop it. That's actually crazy. They literally, you can tell they flashed the Krug wall opposite directions at the same time. I wonder if they'll show a replay of that, because that's like fucking hilarious. Like, that was actually super funny what happened down there.
Okay, so TP is used by both top laners. Flashes, I should say, also used. Dragon in 45 seconds. Both teams choosing to reset so they can get back out.
So what happened was Oscar tries to TP from under the turret, gets ulted by Mega Gnar. Mega Gnar jumps out. They both run around. They both run around. He hops over to Krugs, then they reverse flash the wall, and then Oscar has to try and get him with ultimate when he's trying to TP out at red buff.
The poke was crucial.
Merwin not with the team yet. Doesn't have Mega Gnar stacked up, but you can see the damage already on Jun. You talked about that poke, Vetty. So important for both these teams. Merwin now here. A third of his Mega Gnar stacked up. Off the wolves, I believe. Looks for it. Oscar's going to step forward. No cell division for him. No flash. Oh, remember.
Earlier, I wasn't as confident that Super could handle Oscar, but he is proving me wrong once again. The poke is relentless from MDK.
I just don't know if you can step into Merwin. How are you going to get in here? Razork, no flash. Merwin looking for the wall up. The redemption coming out. Razork's trying to get into the pit, and he does it. And he steals
Oh my god.
And the cease and desist lands as well as they kill off Super. Looking for the wall up. The redemption.
If he doesn't get this, the game might be over, guys. But it's a... So it's 1800, 600. Looks like Elyoya smites early. Yep. Elyoya smites at 1800. He fucks this up.
Get into the pit, and he does it, and he steals it! And the cease and desist lands as well as they kill. Get in here. Razork, no flash. Merwin looking for the wall up. The redemption coming out. Razork's trying to get into the pit, and he does it, and he steals it!
Terrible ult, though. What's going on with this Renata ult?
Razork, no flash. Merwin looking for the wall up. The redemption coming out. Razork's trying to get into the pit.
Like, really? Why wouldn't you put it in the pit where everybody is?
Super.
Super bad Renata ult.
Scowie low, he flashes. He's gonna take to the Leandries as Humanoid is helping Fnatic drag MDK, kicking and screaming into game 5.
What was that fight? It looked so good for MDK. Their positioning. The fact that Fnatic had to gamble, oh, Alvaro is also gonna die. Humanoid is dominating. One more. No, Razork with a big smile on his face. Let's look back. Please give us the slow-mo here, observers. The redemption comes through. Razork full HP. No slow-mo. That was so fast. Gets the steal. But he looks so isolated. But look at the damage here. I also think that the damage came through from Noah. And Super just disappeared. Razork at the very edge of his life, working with Oscar.
Let's go. He waits flash.
To just melt the front line. In the thick of things, the fact that they survived for as long as they did, truly impressive. And now the Baron is being started off.
It was a slow early start to this game, but now the team's unrelenting. And Leoya, no flash, but he has a blast cone. Oscar winning.
It was a good ult? No, it was not a good. It was not a good ult. He doesn't force them into the pit. They have to be in the pit because they're trying to take Drake. Like, you don't put the ult here. You just put it like this. You know what I mean? You follow the Vi with it. Because the Vi is definitely going to lock somebody down and hit it. And they're all contesting the Drake anyway.
But he looks so isolated. But look at the damage here. I also think that the damage came through from Noah. And Super just disappeared. Razork at the very edge of his life, working with Oscar Rinin.
No, they can't leave in River. They can't leave in River. Because Vi is ulting somebody.
The fact that they survived for as long as they did.
They're trying to take an objective. You use the ult on them while they're taking an objective. That's what you do. You're in position as Renata.
No flash, but he has blast cone. Oscar Rinin try and keep him at bay for Scowie coming in from the side, and Noah's down to half HP. 4,000 on the Baron is down. Already Humanoid's team's unrelenting, and Leoya no flash, but he has 4,000 on the
He actually smites early here.
On the Baron is down. Already Humanoid secures the hostile takeover as well. Landing onto Super. Oscar Rinin may be sacrificed here by Fnatic. They'll get 4 players out with the Baron.
Very quick. There's a one-side River.
Because now we actually play for the ultimate soul. Dude, quad Infernal with Infernal Soul is so nasty. Especially like on the long-range damage of Humanoid and Noah. Yikes.
4 members of Fnatic down here while Oscar Rinin catches mid. He has the TP and no Mirwin close by to stop him this time. Mirwin goes out of the Mega. Humanoid looking for more, the grasping more. Lands on Super. He's just going to continue to step up and to chip away. Alvaro looking for that flank. A ward in the bush will spot him out. Razork will clear the control. Oscar now.
Jhinnar doesn't block Renata R? No, I don't believe it does. It's not a source of damage.
Will we see another twist in this tail, Betty? Or will we be going all the way to 5 at the
that
moment?
was big poke damage on for Scowie.
Another crushing more on Elioya. They just can't really find a way to get onto this Fnatic lineup. And Fnatic go ahead when they have that Baron buff, when they have the vision control on the flanks. MDK don't really have an avenue to approach. Redemption down, and that poke from the True Shot Barrage nullified on Humanoid and Noah.
Yeah, it prevents effects that trigger from damage, but you don't have to take damage for...
Reaches the tower.
So any effect that triggers from damage gets blocked, but it doesn't... The Renata ult doesn't do damage. It's not an effect that triggers from damage.
It's all about the dragon. 45 seconds until it is back in play. Deathcap finally finished for Friscawi is going to give him a lot of extra damage. MDK have control over the mid wave. That bot wave is pushing in favor of Fnatic, but MDK, they can afford to abandon it for now. MDK pushing very far forward into Fnatic's jungle, really mitigating their avenues into the river. Merwin, though, getting chipped away at the poke at this late into the game is terrifying from both sides.
At the moment, it's really only heading from Fnatic.
There is no damage given by Renata ult.
DK super down to half HP. Dashes away. Merwin goes out of the Mega. Razork pulls the wave up through mid. Waves in mid and bot, not in favor.
Yeah, the lethality of Varus with the Hwei is very good. And it's especially strong because there is no backline threat when Gnar is not in Mega and on the flank. Nice job. Really good really good combo onto Supa. Supa's too far forward here. He literally, I mean, he's trolling. He literally just walks into Vi range, and he will get one shot because he gets blown up by Zach, Hui, and Vi. Supa trolled that.
They're going to continue to chase in onto Merwin, the Spiraling Despair. Not only the name of the skill, but also perhaps how MDK feel in this game, and Razork secures it. Ivana Martin Diaz will not have it smoked.
That's the game.
Incredible